Windows 7 was the operating system that kind of saved Microsoft, if you will. It was released in July 2009. Now keep in mind, we had Windows 2000 and then XP came along, and Windows XP will be covered and mentioned on the A+ exam here. Then after Windows XP, which was a big hit, came Windows Vista, a major architectural change in the Windows operating system, and it was kind of a tough go. A lot of the changes broke a lot of programs, applications, functionalities, and Windows Vista was not very well received. Now, Windows Vista came out in 2007, and just 2 years later, Windows 7 came out. Now, Windows 7 was kind of the fix Vista version, and it was the fix. They did a good job, and Windows 7 was a hit. They fixed the stability issues, they fixed the compatibility issues, and they also really did some really cool interface things with Windows 7. Now, Windows 7 was released in 5 different editions. You have the Windows 7 Starter Edition, Home Premium, the Professional Edition, Ultimate, and Enterprise. We'll talk a little bit about each one of those and just kind of give you an idea of what Windows 7 is all about. The Windows 7 Starter Edition was a brand new idea. You'll remember somewhere around the mid-2000s, an explosion of a new device out there in the computer environment, and that was the netbook. These were very small laptops, slightly smaller than a regular laptop, very light, very inexpensive, and it was a stripped-down version of everything, not just the operating system, but it was a little mini laptop, if you will, that lacked a whole lot of hardware, and the operating system that ran on it lacked advanced networking, media, and graphics capabilities. A pretty basic little machine that focused on easy internet access. A lot of people called them email machines. It was just something to carry in a coffee shop and check your email right quick, that sort of thing. They're still popular, by the way. Windows 7 Starter was the operating system designed to run on those devices. Now, Windows 7 Home Premium was the most basic version of Windows 7 and the most widely released version because this came on most PCs that you just went out and bought in retail locations. Very, very similar to the Vista Home Premium version. More media support and obviously more advanced networking than did Windows Starter, and Home Premium was very popular, still is. Now, Windows 7 Professional adds the ability to join domains, just like XP Professional did, to the Windows 7 family. Now, another big thing here is Windows 7 Professional introduced the concept of Windows XP mode. Now, one of the problems that Vista introduced, because of different security architectures in the operating system, a lot of applications that ran in Windows XP simply would not run and could not be counted on to be stable in the Vista environment. So what Microsoft did with Windows 7, instead of trying to pipe a bunch of functionalities around and force this thing to fit, let's just give it the XP environment to work in. And so they introduced Windows XP mode. Now, when you installed this, it really just opened up a virtual machine running Windows XP inside your Windows 7 environment. So you could load applications into that virtual machine, and anytime you needed to run that application that would only behave on Windows XP, you opened up XP mode, it opened a Windows XP virtual machine, and you were in business. Your application could run in its native, happy XP environment, and this was a really cool solution to the problem. Now remember, for this A+ 220-802 exam, that XP mode is available in Windows 7 Professional, but it's also there in the Ultimate and Enterprise editions. The Windows 7 Ultimate Edition provides all available features in the Windows 7 operating system. This includes all the advanced networking, backup, security tools, everything. But again, Windows 7 did such a good job of cleaning up the frustration and the irritations of Vista that it was very well received. And then the last version we need to talk about is Windows 7 Enterprise. Now, the only difference between Windows 7 Ultimate and Windows 7 Enterprise is how these are licensed. Enterprise is only available directly from Microsoft, and it is for volume license users. And generally, this means large-scale corporate environments where they have thousands and thousands of workstation, desktop computers, laptops that are going to be running Windows 7. And so that organization can go by licensing kind of at the bulk level, and then they just get copies of Windows 7 Enterprise that they can load onto machines. Now, a lot of times with these volume license situations, you don't have to put product keys in, and it's just a lot easier to measure them and keep up with them. However, they have to maintain their licensing compliance or it can get you in pretty big trouble. But Windows 7 Enterprise, you very rarely see it unless you're out there in a large corporate environment and somebody's paid quite a bit of money for this volume licensing situation. Also watch for this on the exam. All of the Windows 7 editions except the starter edition for the netbooks are available in either 32-bit or 64-bit architecture versions. Just kind of watch for that on the exam. Windows 7 is still very much predominant out there in the corporate workplace. There's a lot of questions about whether administrators are going to jump onto Windows 8 very fast because Windows 7 still is just so familiar and so stable. So anyway, quick look at Windows 7 there.